And they're off. That's my Pharaoh. There's Tough Luck and Minister on the outside, and Summer Vibes is going to the front of the first turn. Run Armed and Dangerous is right there up close too. Now That's My Pharaoh will settle just off the inside as they move around the first turn. Take it back just a little bit, trailing the field. Mugatu. Mugatu trailing now some 7 lengths from the pace. Summer Vibes is up front. Summer Vibes splashing along around that first turn. Lead by 2 lengths. Armed and Dangerous and Tough Luck nose to nose for second. On the outside, Mugatu moving forward early in the game, and followed by Minister, who's just off the inside, and trailing the field is That's My Pharaoh. Racing down the backstretch with a 5.5 furlongs left to run, and Summer Vibes the one to catch. Tough Luck has moved to second. Armed and Dangerous, and Mugatu continues out of the clear. Mugatu now just in the third position, so the pressure on now for Summer Vibes as Tough Luck is right there. So Tough Luck and Summer Vibes, the leaders into the far turn. Mugatu up there 3 deep to join, and Armed and Dangerous is in fourth. And back to That's My Pharaoh. Slipping back to last position is Minister. Into the far turn. Tough Luck, Summer Vibes down to the inside, trying to match strides and come back from more. 2 back, and Mugatu. Then Armed and Dangerous coaxed along from fourth. They race past the 5/16, and it's Tough Luck, Summer Vibes down to the inside. Tough Luck ahead in front as they turn in past the quarter pole. Headed for home, and it's Tough Luck, Summer Vibes trying to dig to the inside, but second. Tough Luck getting away. Tough Luck opening up 2, shifting over to the inside from Summer Vibes. Then Armed and Dangerous trying to pick up on the far outside. Down to the last furlong, and Tough Luck ridden out, rolling home under Yeds at Hazelwood. Here's Armed and Dangerous closing the gap late, but Tough Luck will stay to win. Win by a length. Armed and Dangerous, solid comeback to the races, and then it was Summer Vibes and Mugatu. And they're off. It's 50 Shade Time of Beach Slow. Enigmatic very fast to leave. Skip Through the Fire is sent up there to second spot. Golden Charm, Watch Your Tone is racing in fourth. Back to Baby Socks, and his 50 Shade Time is trailing the field. Enigmatic leading the way. Clear and well off the rail, though. Leads by some 3. From Skip Through the Fire, second half length on the outside. Golden Charm third. Watch Your Tone on the chase in the second flight from fourth near the inside. At the rail is Baby Socks, who's got about 6 lengths to make up, and trailing the field is 50 Shade Time. Racing past the half-mile pole, Enigmatic unchallenged and a 2-length advantage. Enigmatic leading the way, a gang of 3 chasing on from second. Skip Through the Fire. Golden Charm there, 3 wide of the turn. Watch Your Tone down to the inside. 5 more lengths back. Baby Socks now has about 8 to make up with 3 furlongs left. And it's 50 Shade Time, not much at the back of the pack. Midpoint of the turn, Enigmatic's enjoying that 3 run up front. Leads it by 5. Golden Charm, Watch Your Tone, Skip Through the Fire in between horses. Baby Socks out wide into the stretch. And it's 50 Shade Time down to the inside. Enigmatic broke sharp, still on top by 5 toward the furlong pole. Watch Your Tone clearly second. Then it Skip Through the Fire, and Golden Charm is trying to hang on to fourth. They're close to home now. Enigmatic, no problems at all for Julio Hernandez. Enigmatic skips along in the sloppy going to win by 5. Watch Your Tone was second. Third, Skip Through the Fire. Minute 27.32. Crown Stable. Winning trainer Panagiotis Sinifius. Julio Hernandez, winning jockey, 5-year-old bay mare. Wait a song to remember to settle. Settled, and they're up. Kawaga into stride quickly with that speed, and Last Gift right alongside, and Song to Remember going to try to mix it up with the pace. These three right across the track. Only Maria, the only one out, kicked by the speed of Kawaga, who's got a narrow lead. Pressed by Last Gift there on the outside, and Song to Remember will settle on the chase from third position just off the inside. Another three back, only Maria fourth of the four. Kawaga's got plenty of heat from Last Gift on the outside. Last Gift intent there on pressing Kawaga into the far turn. Kawaga has got the head in front, though. Song to Remember now asks for a little more from third position as 2 lengths off of Kawaga. Continues hounding by Last Gift there on the outside. Song to Remember 2 lengths off of them. And only Maria is trying to pick up from fourth position just off the inside and swinging out wide, top of the stretch. Turning for home. Last Gift and Kawaga. Last Gift outside. Kawaga trying to dig down to the inside, and Kawaga stays straight. Last Gift drifting just a bit on the chase, and then Song to Remember. Only Maria is fourth. Furlong left to run. Kawaga holding by a length and a half. Last Gift keeps on trying on the outside. Kawaga, Last Gift won't give up the chase, but second best to Kawaga. Kawaga from Last Gift, drifting out a little bit late, then Song to Remember. Only Maria. Minute 15.09. And they're off. Ziolino pops right out of there in the blink of an eye. It's Ziolino from Galpin Sunday, who's hustled up on the inside. There's room to move on through, and Nantucket right there on the scene quick too. Nantucket on the outside now, just about to take that second spot on the chase of Galpin Sunday, who's got good speed. Galpin Sunday from Nantucket. Ziolino back in third position. Another 2.5 Tethered Soul. L Jr. on the inside. Far turn run, Galpin Sunday and Nantucket there on the outside. 5 back. Ziolino's been relegated back to third. Al Jr. down to the inside in fourth, and Tethered Souls in the back. So coming toward the top of the stretch, Galpin Sunday leading the way. Tries to widen, opens up a length and a half. On second, Nantucket. Ziolino to the far outside. Tries to re-rally, but drifting out wide. El Jr. and Tethered Soul into the stretch. Galpin Sunday, fresh and rolling home. Galpin Sunday by 5. Out center of the track, Ziolino is trying to make a comeback run. Has moved to second. Ziolino's got 5 to make up, but time is ticking away. Time just may have run out. It does. Galpin Sunday. Galpin Sunday from Ziolino, who ran a big one. And third is going to be tight there with Nantucket, Tethered Soul. Minute 7.0. Valley. And they're off. Flirty Beijing quick off the mark. Flirty Beijing Vita sent up there for early speed and face. Hart running in third position. RJ's Ice moves forward on the outside with early foot as well. In between horses at Love Yourself. They're followed by Gray Line Station, who's dropped some 6 lengths off the speed of Vita now, who's made that lead. And Private Peyton back second to last. It's all gravy at the tail of the field. Into the far turn, Vita, Flirty Beijing there on the outside. They're almost head to head for the lead. RJ's Ice ridden along for a little more, just 2 lengths off them in third position. Love Yourself is in fourth. Phase Heart fifth on the inside. Gray Line Station is sixth, has a half dozen lengths to make up. Top of the stretch, Flirty Beijing goes on. Flirty Beijing from RJ's Ice in second. Out wide of the track is Gray Line Station. Vita down to the inside, weakening up a little bit. In between horses is Love Yourself, and they move to the final furlong. Flirty Beijing gets away almost 3. RJ's Ice, Love Yourself down to the inside. Then Gray Line Station as they're close to home. Flirty Beijing, Carlos Lopez back to back. Flirty Beijing, Love Yourself, Gray Line Station into third position. It's going to be Flirty Beijing. Flirty Beijing, Love Yourself, that Gray Line Station. RJ's Ice ran a big one fourth. Flirtation Walk, Flirty Beijing. It's official, race 5. And they're off. Christmas Spirit hustled out of the starting gate. Return Fire broke well. Will settle on the inside. Right of Rush. Right of Rush up to take the lead. Albert Finnegan is now moving forward. The outside is Return Fire. Return Fire now quickens up on Right of Rush. These two, and there's Return Fire. Return Fire darting to the lead. Leads it from Right of Rush in second spot. Then Christmas Spirit. Albert Finnegan on the chase on the outside from fourth. Another 4 lengths back. Uncle Grace second to last. And Maupassant is filling the field. Maupassant last at about 13 off that speedy leader. Return Fire putting on a quick pace for this group. Albert Finnegan, Christmas Spirit, Right of Rush fourth on the inside. Another 6 lengths back. Uncle Gray is next and trailing the field. Maupassant still yet to move from the back of the pack. Into the far turn they roll. Return Fire is under pressure inside and outside as Christmas Spirit gets an inside run. And Albert Finnegan outside bid. Albert Finnegan out 3 deep now, putting the blue blinkers just in front from Christmas Spirit. Return Fire spent back in third position. Then it's back to Uncle Gray, who's next. Maupassant on the far outside. Charlie Wildly, widest of them all, and Right of Rush driven toward the inside. Into the stretch, a quarter of a mile left to go. Albert Finnegan shifted in just a tad from Christmas Spirit, but has the lead by just a neck. Christmas Spirit has the fight on the inside. Albert Finnegan on the outside. They're head to head for the final furlong. Maupassant trying to reel them in for third. About a 16th left to go. Albert Finnegan, Christmas Spirit, Maupassant third. Uncle Gray is fourth. Albert Finnegan will win again. Albert Finnegan wins it from Christmas Spirit, then Maupassant, Uncle Gray. Minute 43.05. 7 going, 7 furlongs. And they're off. Cruz Ramirez flashing out of there from Flying Phyllis. Cruz Ramirez, and here's Shout to the Lord on the chase of Cruz Ramirez. They're heating up that pace early. Another 4 lengths back, and Nobody's Girl is racing in third. Flying Phyllis suddenly drops some 9 to 10 lengths off his speed. In between horses, Fabia moves past that one, and Bourbon and Lace and Ashes and Diamonds is trailing the field. Ashes and Diamonds has to make up about 15 lengths on that front runner, and a flying Cruz Ramirez. Cruz Ramirez and Shout to the Lord. They're 1-2 heading into the far turn. Fabia, Bourbon and Lace tries to pick up near the inside. Flying Phyllis is next. Ashes and Diamonds. Nobody's Girl drops out to trail the field. Into the far turn. The opening quarter went at 23 3/5 of a second as they round that far turn. And Cruz Ramirez under steady pressure from Shout to the Lord on the outside through a 48-second half mile. Fabia is getting closer in third position. Flying Phyllis trying to re-rally on the outside. Here comes Flying Phyllis now launching a bid out wide of the track. Flying Phyllis has to come 6-7 wide as they reach for home. Bourbon and Lace is near the inside. Ashes and Diamonds getting interested in between horses. The splitting rivals. Ashes and Diamonds now coming right on through. One off the inside. Ashes and Diamonds shifts over to the inside. Right there too is Fabia. Extreme outside. Flying Phyllis. Flying Phyllis. Fabia. Flying Phyllis. Fabia. Photo finish. Flying Phyllis. Fabia. Flying Phyllis. Fabia. Photo together. Shout to the Lord, then Ashes and Diamonds. Minute 27.69. Two in the ends at Hazelwood, owned by Rose Petal Sable. And they're off. I'm a Cutie Pie. It's a monster mash. And in between them two, Spencerian in a 3-way mix-up of the pace. Grayson's Girl away running 4th spot at Tap Dancing Cowgirl from the inside. It's a monster mash down against the rail. Spencerian in between horses. And I'm a Cutie Pie out in the clear. Eager to go. Gives here Tap Dancing Cowgirl, who's tugged along into the 4th spot. Very eager, just 2.5 off the lead. And Grayson's Girl spies him from the back. Only 3.5 from the front. Heated pace. It's a monster mash outside. I'm a Cutie Pie, 3 wide bid. Spencerian sticking with speed. Grayson's Girl loving that duel and joins him on the far outside. Tap Dancing Cowgirl just in behind him. 5/16 of a mile left to run. I'm a Cutie Pie, Grayson's Girl. They're going to square off head to head. Tap Dancing Cowgirl on the move for the back of the pack from third. Spencerian, it's a monster mash, drops out of the inside into the stretch, and it's Grayson's Girl. Grayson's Girl opening up 2 lengths, about a furlong left to run from I'm a Cutie Pie. And then Tap Dancing Cowgirl and Spencerian. Here's Grayson's Girl. She's too much for them. It's Grayson's Girl and Jevion Toledo. The splash home by 4. I'm a Cutie Pie and a close photo for third. Tap Dancing Cowgirl, then Spencerian. Minute 12.97. Official in the winner's circle, Grayson's Girl, jockey Jevion Toledo. And they're off. Giddy up. Kitty up right to the front from Sweet Lexi on the outside, and Fast Fell broke sharp but taken back in third position. I'm a little wicked out of the inside, and Quality Swag is in the back. It's Sweet Lexi on the outside and Kitty up down to the inside, mixing it up at a solid pace as they move down the backstretch. Fast Fell well settled in third position. I'm a little wicked down to the inside of her, and it's a length and a half more, and Quality Swag is trailing the field. It's Kitty up down to the inside, and Sweet Lexi, they're doing their battle. It is Kitty up just in front, racing a bit off the inside. Here's room for I'm a Little Wicked to prompt right on through if good enough to slip on through there. I'm a Little Wicked wide open out of the inside, trying to prompt that pace as well. Fast Fell in a good spot into the far turn run, and trying to feel Sweet Lexi. Into the turn they roll. It's been a solid pace, and it is Kitty up just in front from Sweet Lexi. I'm a Little Wicked out of the inside, and Fast Fell right there too. Fast Fell Pink Silks outside, and Quality Swag is trailing the field. 3 A's to go. Yes, at Hazelwood says go on Kitty up, and opens up and pops away a sudden 4 lengths on Fast Fell as they turn in. Sweet Lexi and I'm a Little Wicked to the inside, and Quality Swag deep outside last into the stretch, and it's Kitty up. 6 in front, no dangers in sight at this point. Fast Fell trying to come with a run, both shifting in. Kitty up in full flight with 3/16 left to run from Fast Fell. Then I'm a Little Wicked to the inside, and Quality Swag. They left to battle it out for third. I'm a Little Wicked and Quality Swag, but it is Kitty up with a 16 to run. 3.5 or 4 clear. Fast Fell giving all of his second best this afternoon to Kitty up. Yes, at Hazelwood with 3 wins on the card. Fast Fell second, Quality Swag third. I'm a Little Wicked fourth. LLC, owned by Lewis J. Ullman, Walter Vines II, Philip Capuano trainer, is at Hazelwood. Triple